Hello guys, welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. Let us get straight into the topic of the day. So I'm going to read for you the message that was sent to me. The message reads like this. Hello my brother, can you please post for me? Maybe I'll also find help in the comment section. I am a young lady. I am only 25 years old. My story goes like this. After there was a funeral in our family, we went for a family cleansing at the shrine, and then the priest there, he was a young man. I think at that time he was somewhere around 31 years. Then after the ceremony, he then called me aside and he wanted to talk to me. So I told him that I was going to school the very next day, and then we exchanged our contacts. Then we started to chat from that day onwards. Then he asked and he said that he wanted to visit me in my school. When he came at my school, I was so surprised. How was it possible that someone who was a traditional priest was wearing very expensive and nice clothes? In the car that he was driving, it was a big car. I asked him, are you really a traditional priest or you're just making business? He didn't reply me, he just smiled. I then got into his car and he took me out and he spoiled me. Now the school was closed for the holidays and I was at home. He called me to come for a sleepover at his place. I told him that my parents will never allow me to do that. He send me your parents' photos and I'll make a charm so that they will let you come to me. You know, when you are in love can make you do crazy things. I looked in the gallery of my phone, then I started to send him the pictures of my parents and the pictures of my siblings. He then told me that we should have sex on the phone, but he himself, he will not send me his full pictures. He will only send the pictures of his manhood. But me, all along, I've been sending pictures of me being naked. So now he's using those pictures to blackmail me. The following morning, I then informed my parents that I was going out with a friend. To my surprise, they both agreed. They didn't even ask me what time I'll be coming back. The previous night, I could not sleep because I kept on thinking, how was it going to feel like? All of my life, I've never had sex. This was going to be the first time. Then I went to his place. I've never been there before. And when I arrived, I could not believe what I was seeing with my own eyes. The guy was damn rich. He got a big house, plenty of nice cars. He pointed at the cars and he said, you can choose the one that you want. Then I got into the house. My heart wasn't settled at all because the wall art, it was strange. It was decorated with snake. Imagine each and every type of snake. There were paintings of cobras, black mambas. I could not even understand how can someone have paintings of snakes in his house. I was so afraid. By the time that we entered his bedroom, it was just worse. The paintings were so strange. There were paintings of people being stabbed to death. There were paintings of men having sexual intercourse. I mean, men and men. I wondered if this guy was gay or was he straight. And there were a lot of sex toys. I mean, please, can you ask for me in the comment section, is it normal for a man to have toys of dildos? Yes, there were a lot of black dildos in his bedroom. I could not even ask him because I was just afraid of everything that I have seen. The strange thing was that when we started to make love, I didn't have any experience at all, even how to kiss a guy. I didn't even know how to properly kiss a guy, but he made me do things that I even thought that even if I don't have experience, but these things are just normal at all, because he slept on the bed. Then he said, come on top and kiss me. So I started to kiss him on the neck, on his stomach. Then he turned around. Then he said, can you kiss me between my legs? I don't mean that he wanted me to kiss him on his penis or anything. He wanted me to kiss him on his butthole. It was so terrible for me. I did it because I was just afraid of everything that I was seeing in that room. Then he started to kiss me also, but the way that he would kiss me, he was so rough in handling me. I didn't feel good at all. Then he started to have sexual intercourse with me. It was the most painful thing that has ever happened to me, because there was no love at all. I could feel it that this guy did not even love me at all. I actually saw that maybe this guy, he loved men more than he loved women, because later on during the night I had fallen asleep. Then I suddenly woke up. What woke me up is that I heard strange sounds. It was as if guys were making love. When I woke up, I looked and I saw that there were two other guys in the room. Then this high priest, he was on top of the other guy. They were making love. That guy's legs were stretched all over. Then the other guy, he was romancing the high priest on his back, kissing him all over. This thing that I saw, the image can never escape my mind, no matter how hard I try. When I saw that this was what was happening in this room, I tried to escape, but then I saw that I was chained to the bed. My right hand was chained to the bed, and the handcuffs were not real handcuffs. They were pinkish in style, and these guys had dressed me up as a police woman. Then the high priest, he walked towards me. Then he started to smile at me and said, "Oh, the police woman is now awake. Are you going to arrest us, police woman?" Then I tried to free myself. Then they laughed and said, "Today we have gotten you, police woman, for all the sins that you have committed. Today we are going to punish you." Then he came on top of me. Then he started to have sexual intercourse, and the other guys were holding wide open my legs. It was so painful, because these guys were not even romancing me. They exchanged me one after the other. The whole night they did this to me. The following morning, he then told me that I had to call my parents and inform them that I am no longer coming back home. As of now, I am married to this high priest. I did as he said, and then he sent his relative to my parents' place, and they paid all of the money that was needed, and my parents accepted the money without even setting their eyes on me. We were just talking over the phone. Even when they paid the bride price, I was not even there. It was a strange thing. How can someone accept money when your own child is not even there? So who is this person going to marry? I was surprised about how my parents had behaved, but I suspect that when I sent this guy my parents' photos, I think that he did something with them, because they agreed and accepted his money, but I was not even there. Now I still stay with this guy, but I feel like a prisoner, because each and every time when I want to go out, he just sends me a message. Then he tells me that you have to remember that me and you, we had an agreement that you are going to be my wife, and if you do otherwise, you don't know what might happen to your parents. So this threat that he's giving me, I don't understand. Is it a physical threat or is it a spiritual threat? Because as of now, I am so afraid of him. He told me that he doesn't want me to speak with any of my former classmates or friends. He said that they will give me bad advice. Even my parents, when I speak with them, he makes sure that he is the one who is holding the phone, so he read each and every message. There was this other time I had gone out with one of the cars that are parked in the garage. When I was at the shops, I then texted him and I told him that I'm no longer coming back. It's either that I commit suicide. Then he told me and he said, "No, my wife, you're going to come back and I'll make sure that you come back." The moment that he dropped the call, I left everything that I was doing. I literally ran out of the shop towards the car. It was as if someone had told me that the car was burning. I just ran to that car. I opened the door. Then I started to drive. I drove and I truly don't understand where exactly I was headed. But the next thing, it was as if I just fell asleep on the wheel. The next time when I woke up, I was in his house. Then he told me that now you have seen that I am what I am. And these are the words that he always say. He always say that I am what I am. Even his friends, when they address him as I am what I am. I am truly living a disturbed life, because each and every time when I walk around his house, I just get scared with all the paintings that are in his house. Is this guy guy a satanist or something, and this thing that he sleeps with other men, it truly disturbs me. I so wish to break up with this guy, but I don't have any starting point. And each and every time when I listen to your channel, I just put on my earphones, then I put my phone underneath the pillow so that he cannot see what I'm doing on the phone. Dear listeners, that was a message from one of our dear sisters right there. Please let us remember her in our prayers, and I'm hoping that she is going to get out of this situation alive. Let's meet again in the following episodes.